How to conduct secure classes on popular platforms. General rules for Zoom, Discord, Skype, Teams, Google Meet and other platforms. The COVID-19 pandemic has made it clear that information technology in education and forms of remote study have become an integral part of the educational process. A massive number of resources have been devoted to transitioning offline educational processes to online formats. And apart from some problems at the start, this transition has largely been successful. All teachers, regardless of their subject, were forced to rapidly learn how to use the tools for online education this past spring. However, there certainly wasn't enough time for them to completely master all features of an online learning environment. After all, there are so many considerations that must be taken into account when planning a course. And while a successful approach to planning can save teachers time, poor planning can do the opposite and significantly increase teachers' workload, as well as making classes more vulnerable to cyber attacks. This past spring's transition to online remote learning has made it clear that for greater success this school year, certain things are necessary. You should conduct a technical lesson before conducting the actual class, where you discuss the rules for connecting, the equipment requirements, how classes and completed assignments will be graded, as well as other considerations that are important to note for your students. Take into account the number of students in the group. Lecture classes that involve teaching new material can be conducted in front of large groups. This saves teachers from having to explain the material to each class separately. Classes for smaller groups can be held when more attention needs to be paid to practical aspects of solving problems, or time needs to be devoted to answering questions. You should save class notes and post them to the cloud or to one of the school's servers. You should also save all educational materials, presentations, tests and surveys, training videos, as well as any chat correspondence that took place during the lesson. These notes are important for those students who, for whatever reason, missed the class. This material will also come in handy when students return to studying in an offline format. That said, you should store such notes in a secure location that only authorized users have access to. A memory card or external hard disk is not always a good solution because they can be lost or the device itself can break. A better solution is an intranet or private cloud. You should determine what role students will play in the class. This will determine what instruments the teacher will use in their class. Will the children only listen, or are they expected to answer questions? Will there be grades, and if so, how will this be done? If you plan on conducting organised work in groups, then take this into consideration when choosing which tools you use to conduct the class. You should make a technical plan at the very beginning of class and grade the material already covered. This helps to record learning outcomes and determine the progress of the course. Make the plan available to students. That way, if someone misses a class, they will be able to know what topic was discussed. Be sure to determine how feedback can be left. The comments and wishes of those participating in the educational process are important. You need to consider not just the opinion of the students, but their parents, as well as your colleagues. Synchronizing the activities and thoughts of all participants involved in the educational process will help you construct an effective course. Use a reliable security solution and keep it enabled. If malicious files or phishing emails are sent from a teacher's account, the likelihood that the students will believe that the message is genuine is very high. You must not just think about your personal security, but the security of your students, and a strong security solution will help protect both. There are different programs teachers can use to conduct video classes. There are many different applications for conducting video classes, which means it's not so easy to choose one universal solution for conducting all types of class. All services have advantages and disadvantages. Microsoft Teams lets you organize and conduct online events, save files, plan tasks, and jointly edit documents. Zoom is perhaps the most popular program today for organizing online conferences and allows you to share your screen. The free version lets you hold meetings up to 40 minutes long. However, this application, like many other services, requires you to adopt a series of cybersecurity best practices. Discord is a messenger service that allows you to maintain your own channel, as well as organise and conduct video conferences with screen sharing. Google Meet has a large range of options for organising online events, saving files and collectively editing documents. There are certain cybersecurity measures you should follow when conducting online classes. The popular video conferencing app Zoom has already attracted significant attention from the expert community due to multiple issues related to its security. At the same time, Zoom has more or less successfully coped with a rapidly expanding user base and has promptly responded to several information security incidents. That means that school teachers can conduct video lessons efficiently and securely using this program. They just need to adhere to the following rules. Protect each conference with a password and do not share the link to the meeting on social media sites. Enable the waiting room feature so that only those whose participation is confirmed by the organizer of the meeting can join. Protect your account with a strong password, at least 12 characters combining uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers and special symbols. Only download the software from the official zoom.us website, and if you're downloading it for your mobile device, from the official App Store or Google Play Store. Before the lesson, check the screen sharing settings. Determine who can share their screen and whether several participants are able to share their screens at the same time. It is better to disable these functions completely if only the teacher is expected to present. Ask the students to use their real first and last names during the video session. Forced self-isolation has changed children's behaviour on the internet and has shown that remote learning is not as simple as merely moving classes online. It has its own set of features and characteristics that must be taken into account. All those involved in online learning must be prepared to successfully make the transition with minimal losses to the quality of education. And most importantly, in this difficult situation, parents and teachers must pay particular attention to cybersecurity measures.